Hello fans of GeoGebra. We have another insight today for you. It is a statically indeterminate beam. You could see a pin support at the left, a pin support at the right, a gravity load, and a lateral load. We will do this without statics for the first time in the history of the world, perhaps? I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Okay, how will we do this? And we will simultaneously look at the determinate case. So the determinate case was covered before. We have the two loads coming down, and I calculate the loft, the horizontal loft, the lateral loft, loft L, from where the beam was to where the beam is, and I calculate loft G from where the load was to where the load is. And as before, that process is a rigid body rotation here. If it was a determinate case, okay, the determinate case, and the answer is 830. No, it's 1033 theoretically, and you could see something really cool here. 1035, 1034, 1033, boom, negative 1033. So we have a singularity or a perturbation flip or a minimum there. I just love that flip. Okay. Now, in the indeterminate case, what happens is we have that rigid body rotation that I just described for the determinate case, but now we can only violate one boundary condition. So I have to move from right to right up. I have to move from right to right up, and right up is my perturbation if I'm looking for the vertical reaction. And now watch how cool this is. I am animating the loads as they go from the rigid body rotation position, which I'm calling new beam, to this dotted line here that connects right up to my origin. And notice this is a straight line. Ladies and gentlemen, if this was fixed, this would be a curved line, but this is one of those unusual situations where an indeterminate influence line, if you'd like to call it that, is actually a straight line because of the boundary conditions here. So what happens is, as I move correcting that error and I go to this perturbed situation, notice my loft L stretch, my lateral stretch is 0. This is where the load was, the lateral load was, and this is where the lateral load is, and there's no loft. But the gravity load has that loft. And the answer, and this is kind of crazy too, right? The answer is 833. That's the theoretical answer. And that is independent of my perturbation. Like, that's completely crazy. I get 833 independent of my perturbation. And boom. And now I also get that cool flip. Do you see that, how it flipped from 833 to negative 833 at that spot? I mean, that is, somebody's got to tell me that's head exploding. Somebody.